Welcome to the dressage draw for the first leg in the 2018 Event Rider Masters series, and what a series it is going to be. Bigger and better than ever before. 6 legs in 5 different countries, and it all starts this weekend at the Dodson and Horrell Chatsworth International Horse Trials. And what a field we have, arguably one of the best fields we've ever seen in Event Rider Masters history. 6 of the world's top 10, a number of leg winners in the field as well. Gemma Tattersall, well, she lines up in order to try and start that defence of the series title that she won so convincingly in 2017. But the dressage draw, well, let me just explain to you how this works, because the dressage in the Event Rider Masters series is seeded, and the average is taken for each of the horses in the field for up to their last 5 dressage scores. And that includes the new FEI scoring system that's been taken into account as well. So the dressage is then seeded with groups A, B, C and D. Group A have the best average in the field, then Group B, then Group C, then Group D. And we start on Saturday, 10 o'clock, the first horse goes into the arena with Group D, and Group A will be the last to go on Saturday afternoon. But keep your eyes peeled, because I guarantee you there are a number of top class combinations coming forward from the very first group, and it is not going to be a dressage competition. So who is going to get us underway? Let's take a look. It will be none other than very talented young rider Wills Oakton with Catherine Lindsay's Cooley Ramiro. Next to come forwards will be Brazilian Olympic event rider Carlos Parro, Maismar Fox. Carlos has been a huge supporter of the series so far, the sole Brazilian in the field this time. Then to present will be the combination who finished individually 4th at the Rio Olympic Games, or the rider that finished 4th individually. That was with Paul Brocker. He comes forward with a slightly younger horse this time, Gutierrez Share, but very talented, one to keep a close eye on. Won the 2-star last year with Shane Rose, Sam's fellow Australian, while Sam was off games. That was up at Blair Castle. Next to come forwards, well, it is firm fan favourite. You'll be setting your alarms for this one. Ben Hobday and Stiletto H. Next up will be none other. We told you they'd be coming out of the blocks early. None other than the series champion last year, the defending champion. She gets her title defence underway with the relatively inexperienced but very talented 8-year-old Chilly Knight. And Gemma Tattersall will be one I'm sure many people will be watching closely in that first session of dressage. Then the first of a strong French contingent here. He won here 2 years ago in the first ever Event Rider Masters leg. It is Astier Nicolas with the reigning 7-year-old world champion Alerta Malibor. And this is a horse Astier thinks a huge amount of. Watch them very closely.
Well, due to a late withdrawal in the Event Rider Masters section, we welcome now Michelle Kenny making her Event Rider Masters debut with Carlton, and this gives us our 3rd Irish combination in the field. She's a very talented young lady, one to definitely keep an eye on.
Then next to come forwards, making his Event Rider Masters debut, it is another for France, Arthur Dufour and Simi. Just as we approach the first of the coffee breaks, it will be Tom Crisp and Liberty Inglorious, the penultimate combination to go. And the final combination before the coffee break, before the first break of the day, our sole Swedish combination in the field. It is Ludvig Svennesol and Ballon Mist. This combination actually finished on the podium in 2nd place behind Gemma Tattersall and Arctic Soul at Gatcombe last year. Watch out for them in all 3 phases. So the first 10 combinations have been drawn. Let's take a look at just how that running order looks. And as we've said, some top riders coming in from very early on. All of the action, of course, streamed live and free, eventridermasters.tv. The next session of dressage, well, the next 10 combinations to come forward before the lunch break. Who will get us underway? We will start off with Matthew Heath, one of a kind. Matt has been a firm supporter of the Event Rider Masters series. Yet to finish on the podium, he'll be looking to rectify that this weekend. Well, this next combination, watch out for them, because It is Donatien Joly and Pivoine Touche. This is a combination, one of only two who finished on their dressage score in Jardy last year, the other being Oliver Townend and Cooley Masterclass. But Donatien, he's a very, very good man to finish on that dressage score, and if he can do that at Chatsworth, he's going to be right up there on the leaderboard. Next to come forward, Francis Whittington with his long-time campaigner Hasty Imp. They can put in a very good performance in this first phase. Keep an eye out for them to be near the top of the leaderboard. And then it will be one of the firm favourites on the circuit, Sam Ekroyd and Arco BB. Sam has been top 10 in Event Rider Masters before. Next to come forwards, well, he'll be fast across the country on Sunday afternoon. Expect them to climb the leaderboard, but watch out for them in the first phase as well. They've had a top 3 finish at badminton. It is Xavier Fair and Tim Price for New Zealand. Next to come forward, the sole combination coming forward for Zimbabwe. It is Camilla Kruger and Biarritz. 9 nations represented this weekend. It really is an international field. And next to come forward, the lady who holds the lowest ever finishing score in an Event Rider Masters leg. That was with Be Touchable at Blenheim in the series finale last year, but Izzy Taylor comes forward this time with Call Me Maggie May. Well, the field, it gets stronger and stronger, doesn't it? Next to come forward, the double world champion Blythe Tate and Dassit Courage. And the penultimate rider before the lunch break will be a combination who can put in an exceptional score in this first phase. They were right up there after the first 2 phases at Barbary last year and still looking for their first top 10 finish in Event Rider Masters. It is Emily King and Dargan. And finally, taking us into the lunch break, it will be around 1:45 on Saturday, and it will be Willa Newton and her 4-star campaigner Chance Remark. So let's take a look at how the first half of the field look. And as I say, some top names in there and some very good tests coming forward in these first 2 sessions as well. So we're back after the lunch break at around 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. All of the action stream live and free at eventridermasters.tv. And this is Group B, so I'm sure there'll be some very impressive tests coming forward. Let's see who's going to get us underway. The former 7-year-old world champion, that was a couple of years ago, but widely renowned as one of the best cross-country horses in the country. It is Laura Collett and Mr. Bass. They can be very quick, but he's good in the other phases as well. Keep a very close eye on them. They'll be first to go after the lunch break. Then it is one of 2 Italian combinations in the field, Stella Benati and Zaron. Stella has competed previously in Event Rider Masters legs, but her first visit to us here at Chatsworth. And then a combination that is somewhat of Chatsworth specialists. It is Sarah Ennis and Horseware Stella Rebound for Ireland. This is a combination that have been to Chatsworth 3 times before. They've won here, they've been 2nd, and they've also been 8th on their only Event Rider Masters running back in the first ever leg in 2016. We expect more of the same this weekend. Very strong form coming forward. Next to come forward, Maxime Livio, France again, and Claude Mer. This is a combination who've won at 4-star level, and again, very fast across the country, master of finishing on his dressage score, which is the echo ratings that boys will tell us it is all about, especially with the new dressage scoring system. He will benefit from that. Then Sarah Bullimore and Valentino coming forward for Great Britain. Sarah ranked inside the world's top 10. Next to present, well, she's in a little bit of a purple patch at the moment. She was part of the team that won gold for Great Britain at the European Championships last year. Brings forward Zen Shearer. It is Ross Cantor. Next to come forwards, it will be none other than Sir Mark Todd and McLaren. This is a horse Sir Mark thinks a huge amount of for the future, and he will be looking to get on that Event Rider Masters podium. get his 2018 series off to a good start. Sam Watson, 1/2 of Echo Ratings, Horseware Ida Highlight. We'll be looking forward to the stats on Sam throughout the weekend. Next to come forward, the penultimate in this third session. It is another French combination and another very strong French combination. Mathieu Van Lanegem and True Lefebvre. This is a combination who actually finished 10th on their Event Rider Masters debut in Jardy last year. Went on to represent France at the European Championships as well. And finally, Andrew Nicholson and Swallow Springs. Andrew and Swallow Springs were 5th here at Chatsworth 12 months ago. They'll be looking to repeat that form. Can they get on the podium? You'll have to tune in to find out. But that is the third session of dressage, and let's take a look at that running order because some really top names coming forward, all the way from Laura Collick through to Andrew Nicholson. We know that the leaderboard, well, it's really going to be shaken up now. But here we have the final session of dressage. So this is the group that is seeded A. They have the best average in the field. Will we see our dressage leader come from the next 10 combinations? Well, let's get stuck in. Let's see who's going to be first of that group to get us underway. Well, they have the second best average in the field. Pippa Funnel, Sandman 7, the horse she took to the European Championships at Blair Castle back in 2015, has won at Chatsworth previously as well, so good course form. And then it is the lady of the moment, New Zealand's Janelle Price, and she comes forward with her Rio Olympic Cup partner, Fairy Dynamo. Janelle, obviously a winner last weekend. If she can win here at Chatsworth, and she has been on the podium with this horse here before, then she would equal her highest number of international wins in a season. Next to come forward, Piggy French and Quarry Crest Echo, another combination that put in a very strong performance here in the Event Rider Masters 12 months ago at Chatsworth. Went on to represent Great Britain as an individual at those European Championships in Stragon. Then the second of our two Italian combinations, it is Vittoria Panixon and Checkers Play the Game, combination that won at Tattersalls last year and again represented Italy at the European Championships. Well, the Australians have a very strong showing here in leg one of the Event Rider Masters series. Sammy Birch, Hunter Valley, coming forward for them in this final session of dressage, and this is a combination that went very well at Poe in the 4-star at the end of last year, and one that the Australian selectors will no doubt be keeping a very close eye on ahead of those World Equestrian Games. Well, how brilliant is it to see this man back, William Fox Pitt, Bay My Hero. This is a horse that has a whole list of credentials to his name. Can he add an Event Rider Masters title to it? Well, this next combination, returning to Chatsworth where they were on the podium 2 years ago. It is Karim Leguag and Entebbe de Ouse, and this horse that also was on the podium in Jardy last year. 2 Event Rider Masters runs, 2 podium finishes in 2nd and 3rd. Can he take the top spot in 2018? So 3 combinations left to come forward, and the first of those is Bill Levitt, Shannondale Titan. This is a combination that has been a real familiar face in the Event Rider Masters series. Shannondale Titan, 10 runs in this series to his name, more than any other horse in the field or in Event Rider Masters history. As the penultimate combination to go, Gwendolyn Fur, another French invader with Romantic Love, the horse that won the 4-star at Poe at the end of last year. And finally, the last combination to go at around 4:45 on Saturday afternoon will be, well, it could well be our dressage leaders. They have the best average in the field. It is Thibaut Villette and King de Brio for France, and it's a combination as well that have form here at Chatsworth because they were 2nd when the French came and really took over that podium back in 2016, and all 3 of those combinations coming forward again. What will 2018 bring us? Because I promise you, that field, well, you've seen it for yourself, it is going to be an exceptional treat, and all of the action will be streamed live and free. EventRiderMasters.tv. Can Gemma Tattersall retain her series crown? Can Astier Nicolas get back that title he won here in the first ever leg of the Event Rider Masters series in 2016? Well, you need to tune in to find out, because we won't know the winner of leg 1 of the 2018 Event Rider Masters series until the last horse crosses the line on Sunday afternoon. We hope you can join us, because it is going to be an exceptional weekend of sport. We'll see you at 10 AM on Saturday for the first of those dressage tests.